Dear Grade 12 students, welcome to today's English lesson, and this is reading part 2. There are 3 objectives to consider today. The first one has to do with relating parts of a passage with each other. The second one has to do with predicting the meaning of some unfamiliar words. And finally, you're supposed to construct a personal response to 3 questions. Let's start today's lesson by recalling what we learned yesterday. So, what is the reading passage on page 8 about? Do you remember? Excellent. It is about travel. Can you be more precise? Can you be more exact? Well, the passage is about how to have an authentic travel experience. Do you remember who the writer of the passage is? Great job! He is a travel writer and his name is Anthony. Anthony is working for? Well, he is working for a magazine as called The Four Corners of the Earth. Okay? What does his job require him to do? Well done. His job requires him to write articles, and those articles are about, yes, they are about his travels. He is supposed to describe his travels to the readers of the magazine. What did he use to do at first? He used to visit tourist attractions, and he thought that by doing this, he would have authentic travel experiences. What made him change his opinion? Do you remember? Excellent. A phone call made him change his opinion. Who called him? The editor of the magazine called him. What changed after the phone call? Any ideas? Great job. Anthony's opinion about travel writing changed after the editor's phone call. One last time, what is the purpose of the whole passage? Any ideas? Yes, the purpose is giving advice on making travel experiences more authentic. Moving on to exercise D on page 9. This is question 1. Pause the video to have some time to think and answer. Well, what does the word attitude mean? Any ideas? Excellent. It means opinion or feelings. So the question is asking us about the change in attitude. The writer's change in attitude. So, do you remember what made him change his mind? Change his opinion about travel writing? Excellent. The editor's phone call. So, before the phone call, the writer thought that he would have authentic travel experiences by visiting tourist attractions. But after the phone call, he began to live like the locals, to have real and authentic travel experiences. Great job. Now, I want you to pause the video, read the question carefully, and answer. Well, what is this question about? It's about finding some examples about the simple ways a visitor can seek to have a meaningful travel experience when visiting a place. Okay. One example has to do with Istanbul. So What can we do while visiting Istanbul? We can walk the busy streets and talk to interesting people. How about Oman? Can you find something special about Oman? Excellent. The monsoon season is special in Oman. And monsoon is a season of heavy rain during the summer. So next time you're visiting Oman, make sure to enjoy the rain. There is an example about Kuwait. Can you find it? Great job. When visiting Kuwait, make sure to visit Souq al-Mubarkiyah, and there you will be able to watch teenagers wandering around the shops. And if you're visiting any place, you can always taste their traditional food and take some photos to post on social media. We are still working on exercise D, page 9. Take some time to read this question and answer. Please pause the video now. Well, what are the two important things about this question? Excellent. Having a checklist and having an authentic travel experience. Can you tell me about the relation between these two things? Excellent. Having a checklist makes it harder, makes it difficult to have an authentic travel experience. But how is that happening? Read this part from paragraph 5 and it will help you find your answer. Well, a lot of people prefer to have a checklist when traveling, and this is because they want to do a lot of things when visiting a place. This comes at the cost of not being spontaneous and not doing anything that is unusual. And by unusual, I mean things that tourists don't usually do. Maybe activities or places where only the locals go. So, if you have a checklist, you will see famous sites, but you won't be able to be spontaneous. Moving on to exercise E on page 9, we have 6 words and 7 definitions. Pause the video and match the words to their definitions. Well, which of these words means a clear understanding? Excellent. This is insight. How about becoming completely involved in something? This is the definition of perfect. Immerse. So, immerse means to become involved in something. What is a large common bedroom where many people sleep? This is best matched to excellent, a dormitory. Which word means made to exist or happen again? And it's for something that's from the past? Recreated. Great job. Which word means doing things without planning them first? Well done. Spontaneous. We've got one word and 2 definitions. So authenticity is the quality of being real or true. Great job. Moving on to exercise F on page 9. This is question 1. But before you answer, I want you to tell me what is a custom. Any ideas? Well, a custom is a way of behaving or a belief that has been in a society for a long time. So again, it is a way of behaving or a belief in a certain place. How about the word distinguish? What does it mean? It means makes different. So the question is about what customs make Qatar different from other countries. Pause the video, have some time to think and answer. Well, one thing that makes Qatar different is that the people can be described as conservative. And by conservative, I mean not accepting sudden changes, not affected by the changes that are happening in the countries around. And this appears in the way men and women are dressed. This is one example. So, men and women are dressed in a modest way. Another thing to consider is that the Qatari people are generous. And this is one thing that makes the people of Qatar again different. And by the word generous, I mean they are willing to give money, maybe help, show kindness, and this is often more than usual or more than what is expected. We are still working on exercise F, page 9. This is question 2, but before you answer, I want you to tell me the meaning of heritage. Any ideas? Well, heritage stands for the features that form a certain culture, especially those features that are from the past and still continue to the present. Well, the question is about the ways we can connect with, we can learn about those features that have been there from the past to the present. Please pause the video and think about the question. Well, what is one way we can learn about our heritage? Excellent, at school. If we pay enough attention at school, we will learn about our culture and about our heritage. Another way is listening to our elders. If you're to talk to your grandfather or your grandmother, they will be telling you about those features that are from the past and they still appear in the present. And finally, if we participate in national celebrations like the National Day, we will learn a lot about our heritage. If we do all these things, we will take pride in our culture. We will be proud of who we are. We are still working on exercise F, page 9. This is question 3. Please pause the video to have some time to read and answer. Well, the question is asking you to name a certain country, a specific country that you'd like to visit because of its history and culture. So you're supposed to name the country and give the reasons why you want to go there. Well, for me, I personally want to go to Peru because I've always been interested in the Inca civilization. And the Incas are the ancient people who lived in Peru thousands of years ago. If I go there, I'll be able to visit Machu Picchu, which is the ancient city of the Incas. I will also be able to visit Cusco, which is the capital city of the Inca Empire. Now, it's your turn to tell me about your favorite country. Now it's time to have some fun and enrich our knowledge. We've got a number of places and things in here. What do you know about each of these? The Sapporo Snow Festival, the Running of the Bulls, the Lama, سوق المباركية, Slala, and a chicken bus. Now you will learn about the Sapporo Snow Festival. And as you see in the picture, there are some sculptures that are made of snow. Millions of visitors come to Japan every February to enjoy this festival. The running of the bulls is a very dangerous celebration because, as you see in the picture, we have a bull that's chasing a number of people in a ring. It takes place every July in the city of Pamplona, Spain. Despite their big size, llamas are domesticated animals. And by domesticated, I mean they can be controlled by people. So it's safe to live around llamas. Llamas have lived in South America for a long time, and they are used for their meat. سوق المباركية is one of the most popular markets in Kuwait. It is over 200 years old and considered to be the oldest in Kuwait. So, next time you visit Kuwait, make sure to go there and enjoy your time. Now you will learn about a really beautiful place, Salalah. It is the second largest city in Oman, and it lies on the southwest of Oman. It is popular for its tropical climate, and if you visit Salalah in the months of July to September, you will enjoy the monsoons, and the monsoons are heavy rains during the summer. The colorful bus you see in this picture has a really funny name. It is called a chicken bus. Tourists gave it this name because people in Central America use this bus to transport stock, including livestock animals such as chicken. After this lesson, you should know how to predict the meaning of key difficult words, and you should also know how to identify the change in attitude from the beginning to the end of a passage. Thanks for watching today's lesson, and remember, this video will always be available for you to watch on Microsoft Teams at any time.